As possibly everyone who's ever met a cat will know, they're impossible creatures to control. No matter how much you try to bribe them with treats or toys, cats always do as they please. However, we're not so sure if we've come across any kitty quite as stubborn as the broccoli cat. It all began in November 2014 when customers at one chain of the British supermarket, Sainsbury's, noticed a very unusual shopper prowling the aisles. In particular, it appeared that a ginger tomcat had claimed the branch in Brockley, London as his territory. He perched on shelves, wandered around, and generally made himself at home. And the cat's presence in the store delighted a number of locals. Indeed, many of them flocked to Twitter to document any sightings of the feline using the hashtag #BroccoliCat. One video, captioned "Just Browsing," documented the cat sauntering around the shop. Another user, meanwhile, uploaded an image of the cat on an empty shelf. Customers said, however, that the cat was extremely friendly, and word of his stardom spread around Brockley. He was flat out on the mat yesterday by the door under the heated fans. Everyone was stopping to give him a tickle. One woman would even post on a Facebook page dedicated to the local area. And as he was clearly fond of his new hangout, it seemed that this kitty was going to have a fight on his paws. Store security declared war on the Broccoli cat after deciding that he posed a health and safety risk. As a result, they tried to remove the mischievous feline, but he was having none of it. In typical cat fashion, when security took him outside, he simply sauntered straight back in, according to Twitter user Jenny Stevens. The process was repeated numerous times, but the defiant animal simply refused to stay away. Then he disappeared. However, Broccoli cat wasn't gone for long. After a few days of no sightings, he returned to the store. Of course, having risen to the status of a local celebrity, his return was confirmed on social media. "Spot the cat," wrote Helen Galt in a photo update of the ginger kitty on a local Facebook page. Indeed, the Facebook group had become somewhat of a fan page to the mysterious cat. In a range of posts, he was duly described as the star of Brockley. One user even suggested that he should be part of a Brockley tourist attraction. Furthermore, thanks to his miserable-looking face, he was compared to another internet sensation, Grumpy Cat. During his reappearances, however, the animal seemed to have gotten wiser about the store security guards. At least he made it a point to stay out of reach. Later images showed Broccoli cat perched on top of a store freezer, gazing down at shoppers as they passed. Meanwhile, Galt's post sparked a great deal of conversation among the online community. One commenter revealed that she walked past the store on Christmas Day to find the poor kitty outside looking really confused. Another person, meanwhile, was able to identify the cat, shedding some light on why he seemed to love Sainsbury's so much. "Cat's called Ollie Oliver, and he lives in the road next to Sainsbury's," wrote Lucy Thompson. "He lives in the house next door, and he's in here every day, all the time," Sainsbury's confirmed. "He's not allowed to be in here. The staff like him, but he's a health and safety risk." And with all the attention his beloved pet was getting, Broccoli cat's owner eventually came forward. His name is Adam Oliver, and according to his Twitter profile, he has many strings to his bow. LSE behavioral economist, journal editor, very amateur photographer, keeper of animals, terrible player of the banjolele, and I will have my vengeance, reads his bio. The cat, by the way, is actually called Ollie, and owner Oliver blew his cover to reassure the pet's fans that he wasn't a stray. "Don't worry, not lost, he's my cat," he wrote on Twitter. "I've told the Sainsbury's staff to throw him out if he's too pesky," he added. In fact, Oliver got the now handsome 6-year-old Ollie when the cat was only 6 weeks old. And it turns out that Ollie has a brother named Stilton, though the cat is apparently less adventurous. Overall, though, Oliver is pretty bemused by his Ollie's sassy antics. When asked if Ollie had any other stores on his round, Oliver quipped, "Ollie is always at Sainsbury's. I don't think he can fit any other shops in his schedule." He also defended his kitty by claiming that his disgruntled expression was just his face. But curiosity about the cat didn't end when the mystery of where he came from was solved. Encouragingly, Time Out London named Ollie its Animal of the Week for being the most badass cat in town. With his free-spirited ways, Ollie had captured the hearts of the nation. And with fans going crazy for Ollie-related updates, the cat now has his own Twitter account to satisfy them. His feed contains frequent updates about his daily naps, his moments with his brother, and of course his adventure at Sainsbury's. One update shows him utterly unimpressed by his owner's choice to shop at a rival supermarket. Another post showed Ali patiently waiting for human intervention at the door of Sainsbury's. "Unfortunately, automatic doors don't open to cats," posted Marjo and Ellie. "Never give up, never surrender," an undefeated Ali replied. Recently, a fellow celebrity reached out to Ali via the internet. Using the hashtag #FreakyCats, Alice Cooper retweeted a meme about the Ginger Tom's inexplicable obsession. Ever the cool cat, Ali tweeted back that a superstar knows a superstar when he sees one. Indeed, Ali has already experienced the perils of fame. He can no longer go about his daily business without being accosted by fans. In October 2016, moreover, he even had to tell them, "Please don't feed me, I'm getting fat." However, Ali still keeps it real, stalking the shelves at Sainsbury's, despite staff's efforts to keep him out. I hope you liked this video. If so, please hit the subscribe button and click on the bell icon to make sure you never miss a video from our channel.